Welcome back to a new shop video. Dad had this scraper right here, and there's all of this linoleum that needs to come up, and this is just flaking up. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm gonna start scraping on that. Dad's flipping breakers. I got all my utilities turned back on.
Bathroom. It says bathroom.
Oh. Bathroom.
Imagine that.
Bathroom meets bathroom.
I'm gonna touch it up.
Nifty. Look, and I got a TV for my shop.
TV.
Nick didn't need it.
Nice. Get some internet. We could watch TV in here.
And we're gonna get a doorknob on or an actual handle because it didn't have a handle. So
Has a deadbolt.
show how easy
You want me
this
to
scrapes.
demonstrate this?
Yeah.
For about 10 minutes,
I'm excited.
and then it's gonna be your job. It's an old fiberglass scraper from the fiberglass days. So that's not bad. And it's not leaving glue, but look how nice the concrete is.
Maybe the cold helps right now. Look, I got a whole piece.
Yeah, I
This
like
is
that.
like Dr. Pimple Popper.
That's satisfying.
Yeah. Whoa.
Some of it's stuck, like right there. Holy crap, that one's really stuck.
Wow, this is gonna be fun. Mika, what do you think?
We're representing Iski today.
Look at you go. Also, we got the heater turned on, so I gotta buy a thermostat that's a little different. Probably get a Nest, like a smart thermostat. But I did get all my utilities turned on, which I had no idea what I was doing. Luckily, Deb does. But got heat pumping up here. I'm gonna have to get, so the heat and air conditioning is only to the front shop right now, so I'll have to get a unit for the back. But it's a start. We've been through a couple renditions. Started out with the hand scraper over there. We would be here forever.
You started, yeah, by hand, period.
Yeah, with the hand scraper. And then we went and picked up the big machine, the jackhammer, which sped it up a little. So we did all of this from this area over here to over there to there. And then we brought in fire. So
Fire always makes things better.
it does. So we did a bunch right here today and right there in what, 30 minutes maybe.
Showing this.
That would have taken like an hour and a half.
This is how it peels up now compared to chipping up like that with the heat. The heat makes it peel up like this. You just slide right through it. That's
So-
what we were doing before. We're basically just chipping away at it.
Look at
Chiseling.
the difference in the two piles.
Yeah, so this is like the top of this pile is with the heat, and the bottom is with, or this one over here, or the bottom of that is when you're just chipping it up. So it goes a lot faster. What did we rig up? Show them what you got here.
Looks like this weed burner has been at the shop for probably as long as I've had the shop, 30 years. And I couldn't even remember if it was still there, but we found it. We hooked it up to a propane tank. It makes big fire.
It does make big fire. It's working great. And you had a friend that professionally, like,
Thanks to Joel Layton for telling us all the tips and tricks.
Joel Layton.
Joel Layton.
He, Nick posted a story on his Instagram of us hand chiseling, or with the jackhammer. He's like, run fire in front of it.
Joel's always got my back.
And it actually really helps. But for those wondering, we have really thought it is not everybody's concerned it's asbestos tile.
It's not.
But
asbestos tile was supposed to have been phased out in like 1980. Everything that we can, even on mesothelioma.com. So, and if it's asbestos, they typically use a really black glue cement to hold it down at that time. So, you know, we can tell. I've seen asbestos tiles. You break it, you see the fiber sticking out. That's not here. This was built in like 95 or something.
so we even did the backwards math. We're like, well, if they had a really good cell on tile, it would have to be like X amount of years old. So before we started scraping it up, we were over there and Dad's like, I hope this isn't asbestos.
Yeah, we checked that
And then
before you ever started.
We read, I don't know, all the mesothelioma sites and all of that, and
It's not. You don't want to breathe the dust off of it, but it's really not putting out much dust. So, but you are wearing masks, and it should be safe.
and Groot is very scared of that front shop.
Yeah, he don't want to go up there. Go, Groot, go get the ball.
Go get it.
He thinks that's water or something. It's not water.
He's scared of doorways.
The floor's gonna fall.
Go through the door.
Come on, you want to get the ball? Let's go get the ball.
Hey, so you gotta get
Come on, come here. Look here, come here, Groot. Come here. If you want the ball, you gotta come get it. Look.
Go on. It's okay, go. It's all right. Come on, go. Come on.
Go,
Come
Groot.
on, chicken dog. Come on. Wonder if you taste like chicken.
Come on, it's right here.
Go,
Come
Groot.
on.
Come get it. Look at that, man. That's tempting, isn't it?
Look at the ball, bud. Get the ball. Come
Yeah.
on.
Go, Groot.
He'll creep towards it.
Come on.
Watch. Come get the ball. Get the ball.
Get it, Groot.
Poor dumb guy.
He's a happy dumb guy.
As you guys can see, it's pretty scraped up in here. There's a lot less floor than there was.
I built up so much muscle pushing that thing. I'm buffed now.
Muscle pushing.
I used the jackhammer for 6,000 square feet.
He said
Actually, I did 12,000 square foot because it took 2 passes to do 1 square foot.
That's not.
You still did 6,000 square feet.
I know, but I took many more passes. So basically, I did 12,
Would you
18
stop
passes.
crying? He did 6,000 square feet of tile, which was a lot of work. Look at the pile.
Yeah.
That's the whole pile right there.
In that pile.
Oh, wait,
In that pile.
There's still another pile.
And then there's another pile up here. So the back didn't have tile, thankfully, but everywhere else did. And it looks
The gauntlet.
the gauntlet.
The gauntlet. If somebody wasn't working hard enough, Alex put them in the gauntlet, and this is what she fired up.
So Dad had the torch yesterday.
So this room could literally, you could hang meat in here and cook it the way it was yesterday. And I'm not kidding.
No.
It was like 150 degrees.
At least. It felt like a football practice or a wrestling practice where they
So
turn the heat up and lock the doors.
little backstory here. After doing all of this tile, all of out there, finishing this whole room up yesterday, everything like that, there was one room left. And it was maybe the worst room because it's tiny. And so that torch really heated it up.
The
Everybody
last
was
few square
tired.
foot was the hardest. And we had already set a date to go to Texas Roadhouse, so we were really hustling to make
Nick
it
had
there.
hair before we went in that room.
Yeah, now look at
Show
me.
him. He's burning
Megan
off, and
yesterday-
I have more hair.
It's singed it.
Yesterday, Megan and I were standing outside the door watching you guys in there finish this up. And Meg goes, man, it's funny watching all the sweat come out of the top of his head. And I'm like, hair does wonders, doesn't it?
Quinn's hair is the only one that survived because he puts all those products in it.
That's a lot of tile. So this is only from the front right here. That's heavy stuff.
It's a mountain. Think if you were hauling that in, new in your truck, you'd probably have to make 2 trips.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for all of this, because that's a lot of weight.
Look, it looks like a bunch of little Swiss rolls.
When it's coming up right, it looks like that.
Yeah, when it's not, it's chipping.
When the propane tank froze up.
Yeah,
So how many propane tanks?
I think we went through 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5.
That's a lot of propane.
It is. So basically, what really worked was when you had a torch, and the torch had to be hot. The bottle couldn't be frozen.
Hey,
And
even though it's putting out a big flame, it was a yellow flame and it didn't do much. So when you have a new bottle, it was blue, and you could just rock and roll.
we needed that. We needed a propane management crew, a sweeping crew. Megan and Quentin were here yesterday, so a lot of the day, Mom was sweeping and scooping. She shoveled a lot back there. Muscles.
Sore today?
Not really.
The wall be sore.
Had to have somebody with a flat
Yeah.
shovel dragging it out of the way,
Yeah.
so you could keep rolling it up.
Yep.
Kind of complicated.
So Quentin and Meg scooped a lot. Nick and I did a lot the first 2 days, but it was slow because one, we were just chipping, and then we were sweeping, and then Dad would come every once in a while and start sweeping, and it made a world of difference. And then when somebody else would leave, when the third person left, you'd have to do a row, stop, sweep, clean up, do a row, stop, sweep. It just was a lot. So
Yeah, now all you gotta deal with is glue and dogs.
yeah, glue and dogs. So trying to figure out what to do next. Maybe grind. But apparently, if you have an epoxy company come in, they will grind it for you because they want to do it a certain way.
You put down square tiles.
She
I
even said something about that yesterday about laminate flooring.
actually said, I was like, what if there was a laminate flooring that I liked color-wise?
Yeah, that's not really bad. It's just old. And
It's the
yellow
color.
and
I don't like the
everything.
color. It was dirty. But if it was like a really cool-looking laminate floor, that stuff lasted pretty well.
And it'd probably do better like with jack stands and stuff on it.
Yeah, so that's maybe an option.
It's a possibility.
They have some that looks like tile.
But over here, this slab is a little weird. Like from here over is the original slab. But from here over all the way to the back is the new slab. And it seems to be a lot thinner.
He still doesn't want to go in.
He's scared
I
of
don't
that
think it's
corner.
thinner.
I thought you were saying yesterday you could feel it.
What I think happened is this used to be the outside wall. That was all this building there was, and they added this. The way they did it, they didn't add that. They poured that concrete before they took this wall down. So you have a 2-inch strip here where the siding was down in the slab, and then they poured and then they filled that gap. So I think there was a sidewalk under here like there is out there.
Oh.
And they must have just poured over the top of it, because when you were jackknifing it, hammering it, I could feel this floor vibrate.
That's
more.
what you were saying.
So
Okay.
it's still, 3.5, 4 inches thick.
Right.
It's just probably sitting on top of another slab.
That makes sense.
Not a big deal.
But it's a little different than that. So, and there's a weird seam. So we gotta figure that out, how to make that a smooth transition.
Look how much glue's on this end, though. This is really coated with glue.
It's a lot of glue.
Yellow glue, not brown glue or gray glue.
Yellow glue.
So it's not cancerous.
We have masks on.
We had masks on. Do you have blisters?
Surprisingly, no. I don't have. Well, almost there.
You have jailhouse tattoos, though.
Well,
You
I
got those
did
in
rub.
prison.
I did rub through my glove there. I'll die before I go back.
Do you have blisters?
She doesn't even have jailhouse tattoos.
Did you even do any work?
I just pretended.
Nice.
She
Cooks
said
for you every day. And you
she's
bust her out
she's
like that.
she's the one that said it yesterday.
Said
She
what?
said, "Nick, you probably think I just look like I'm acting like I'm doing work, but I'm actually doing work."
I'm the one that's scraping. I can only tell. I see you doing more work than anybody because you're getting all the crap out of our work.
No, Nick did more work than anybody. I did nothing. Debbie did a lot.
You-
Injured.
I know, I can't.
Dad's down
I'm
a
like
knee.
what are those birds that stand on one leg?
You're a flamingo.
Yeah, I'm like a flamingo. I just stand around like this, and my knee is killing me.
He was walking out of my shop the other day in our cold, frozen weather, and then kind of slipped, and I guess you kicked your knee out so
No, I
far.
didn't do that. I just
Oh,
did this.
you
and
did
it
that.
twisted
Okay.
somehow. So I think it tore a ligament in there.
That's not
It
good.
did something. I don't know.
Whatever the case is, it hurts to walk.
Yeah, it hurts to stand.
So he's been throwing.
Stand like this.
It looks a lot better, huh?
It looks a lot better. Now you just got to get this glue up. Even if you don't do anything, if you just sand the glue up, it'll probably look better than it did before anyway.
Yeah. And I was telling Dad, it's starting to look more like my blank canvas rather than a used shop. Like it's starting to look like a new shop that just needs work now.
Okay, think about it. When you extend the sheetrock up and you get it all the way to the ceiling over here, and then cover all this plywood with sheetrock, it will be a blank canvas.
Yeah.
Might as well be a new shop.
Okay, and that is a wrap on the first deconstruction job for the shop. So, I don't know if you call it deconstruction or demolition. I like the deconstruction because we're not really demoing anything. But we got rid of the floors, and that's a big deal. That was, as we were looking at this, as I was getting ready to purchase it, that's something that we talked a lot about, was that's going to be quite the job. And actually, the guy who owned the building came in yesterday because he had some papers I needed to sign. And he was like, that needed to be done 10 years ago. And I'm like, yes, but it is a lot of work. And I'm glad he didn't, because now it's a fresh slab that doesn't have any gouges or anything like that, and it's really nice. So I'm excited. Next step is I got to figure out what floor I want to do. I really, really want to do epoxy, but I want to make sure it's done right because I don't want it to peel and flake in a year or 2 years or something like that. But I know to have it done professionally is going to cost a lot. So I got to look at my options there and check that out and see if I could do it myself, what that needs to be. Or maybe look at different options for flooring. So that's to come. But before we get to that, there's gonna be a lot more to do. I don't wanna do anything to the floors until we kind of have a plan for the rest of the shop. Like I wanna have all the sheetrock up and ceilings painted and everything before the floors get coated. So got some time, but getting excited about it. So with that, calling that job done for now. Get to the rest later. Soccer practice is happening in here. Nico wants to know part of it. And with that, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, be happy, go fast, and stay pretty. I'll see you guys next time. That was a lot.
Yeah, and now you're ready to do something else. Scrape it, grind it, retile it,
Something.
epoxy it.
For all the people on your YouTube, you should ask them what is the best way to do a commercial style floor. Is it
You
laminate
know
or
that
is it
if you
epoxy?
You should do a pole.
Yeah.
a pole. Look
Like,
at you
what
guys
is the
go.
most A, cost efficient, and B, durable?
You're gonna
See
get
best looking.
C, best.
It's all about aesthetics.
Well, they don't make a floor that looks like me, so.